lucky because lots of marshals stand just here, and there's a truck just down here. But to have that completely clear really adds to it, because if you had people standing here, although I guess they'd be running, or a truck, it would detract from the image. Lewis Hamilton shunting at the European Grand Prix, the Nürburgring in Germany. He got it, it's actually, shouldn't be 09, it should be 07. He had a right front tyre deflate through the Schumacher S, which is just over to the right. That was a passenger, really. I'm sure you've all seen the footage. Smashed into the wall. And you can imagine the G-force that he's getting in that split second. And again, it really helps that you've got the dirt here, the dust of the arm coat, and all the bits and pieces. And once again, it's fortunate, there's no marshal standing there. Shooting in the dark. Something important to know this weekend. Last year, it's the first corner, the second corner really, that's the first corner. The second corner, Massive with a good lead, and there's the eventual winner. There he is, back there. Where's the bloke who crashed? Just there. Loved to shoot this race last year. Really fantastic challenge shooting in Singapore. It was a new thing for all of us, all the photographers who shoot Formula 1, to photograph racing cars underneath these lights. Most of us have photographed at places like Le Mans, where the cars have lights, as you know, but there's no light being put onto them. So it was a steep learning curve one had to climb to realise how your camera would react, how the sensors would react, what packages, shutter speed you could use. And I really enjoyed it. It's quickly become Singapore Grand Prix, one of the banner races, one of the kind of 4 or 5 of the year that is really regarded as they've got a massive TV audience in Europe in this race, which of course is one of the reasons why it's on at night time. But hopefully what happened last year won't finish. That's taken from the Swiss hotel, and it's looking down Stanford Swiss hotel, it's the correct name, I believe. And this is the Esplanade. Do you call it Durians? Durians? Is that right? Give my poor pronunciation. And it's using the shift lens that I talked about earlier to really blow out the darkness of the Padang here, the edge of the Padang, but essentially keep sharp the area where the car is. There's Massa as it comes out of the corner. And what a great little building this is. Lots of photographers used starburst filters last year to make these into stars. You can get 2-point, 4-point, 8-point stars, 16-point star filters, I think. You'll see them if you see them this weekend. You might see photographers with the gear and holding a piece of glass in front. I don't really like that effect. I think it looks a bit contrived, and one doesn't see them as stars anyway. But if you do want that effect, a little bit of grease on your forehead, rub it on the lens, do the same effect. That's with a longer lens out of the same balcony, Stanford Swiss Hotel. Really trying to use, much like in the lines in the graphic section, trying to use these markings, keeping the car sharp as it comes towards you, really getting in the centre of the frame, which goes against all the thirds really, but it's the place where you're going to get the car sharpest. But you're filling up the rest of the frame with everything that's going on, the crowd here, the fence, the graphic lines. And the slower shutter speed you use, the slower the film ISO rating, the sensor's ISO rating, so the higher the quality of the image. Because lots of the time we're using 1600 or 3200 ISO to be able to shoot the car sharp, snappy, like a star shot as it showed. But if you slow it down, use a much lower film speed, which of course means that you can get better quality. That's, again, you can see it, but it's a great place to shoot. The first shot is just that section, the next shot is just that section, but then you put on a wider lens and show the fantastic cityscape, the cars going round, the Padang, the grandstands here, really trying to show how one works when you get to a corner. Don't think that there's just one picture. Get frustrated if you don't have the access that you see the photographers have. Because what I was taught when I was studying as a photographer, and then my first job at an agency in London, was work the corner as best you can. See as much of the picture. You know, there's also the shots of cars going away, there's upright pictures, there's pictures as we've seen over there, pictures panning as it goes past. There's lots of different variations you can do, using fast and slow shutter speed. Slow shutter speed. That's coming up to the fifth corner, and Coulthard is kicking up sparks. Some of the cars last year kicked up sparks, which is photographer is real bonus. You wouldn't try to get that because it adds to the speed. And again, much like the Monaco tunnel shot, trying to get that sense of motion. The car really going the same way. That's out of that same balcony again, and I said that you can focus on car tight as it goes away. Well, that's it. This is probably my favourite shot of last year's Singapore Grand Prix. Really helpful on the lights. They don't have to use the lights at this race, but I really wish that they all were told to, because it really lifts the picture. If you imagine that shot without the light, without the red glow, which is kind of behind the car as it goes away, it really adds to it. The colours. I thought under the lights last year, it was something that perhaps a car like this, which was a little bit dull, suddenly it had a fantastic metallic sheen to it that seemed to make it come alive, which I don't think they planned, it's just fortunate. From an office building at the other end of the circuit, that's looking down on the cars. Is that the courthouse? The old courthouse? And it's something that was slightly disappointing last year, that we really hope that was changed this year, is that the buildings are lit up a little bit better. When I was shown around the circuit by Karen and Data branding, this was lit up like a wedding cake. It's fantastic, beautiful, just like we have anything. And of course, when all my friends and photographers arrived a couple of days later, I told them wait to see how the buildings are lit up. Of course, they all castigated me a couple of days later because the lights had been turned off. But hopefully that will change this year. It's what you want to show is not just the cars, but you want to show the reason we're in Singapore. It's a great looking city, and what's the point? We might as well be in the middle of the countryside if you're not going to light up what's around. Going across the bridge that called turn left, in front of the hotel, which I can't remember the name of, the post office. Used to be a unique thing, not having a bridge, or having a bridge in Formula 1, but of course in Valencia, in here, and now Suzuka's back on the calendar. We've got a few races with bridges, but nothing quite like this one. And it's a real challenge, which is not only impossible to show at this end or this end, just how great this bridge looks. So through Karen and Data, I managed to get access to this office, which is way high up, and shoot down, slow shutter speed to show get a bit of speed there, but keep bright and sharp as he goes across the bridge. And the final shot, which is the view of the circuit from that same area. So you can see here I focused in just on the bridge and the building just there. There's the Swiss hotel, so all those pictures are down there. And then throughout the weekend, I would have walked about 67% of the circuit. There's certain areas where pictures don't work, or you haven't got access, they haven't got holes, so you can't work out. But that's it's pretty great to see. It's a good little city. I hope this year's race is quite as eventful as last year's, but this is enjoyable.